Hi guys, what's up? So it's been a little while since I have created a video, and I want to kind of come in and talk about, you know, setup here, right? It appears that I would have already missed it, but I still want to discuss it where we can learn from the experience, right? Now, really and truly, the first thing that I really want to cover is the main and the most important thing that I look for in any market is momentum, right? I must have momentum. If there's no momentum in the market, then taking trades is almost exactly equal to a guess to me, right? So, for instance, if I were looking at a market that has been consolidating for the better part of a day, or even more than that, that's already a red flag, and that's already giving me insight that, hey, you know what, maybe I shouldn't take a look at this trade at all. What if it is consolidating for, say, 2 to 3 hours? What if it says consolidating for 15 minutes? Does that change it? Yes, it does. It depends on what it was doing before that, right? And how momentum based it is before that, right? Because the market isn't going to be momentum based all the time. But I can tell you that really and truly, what I am almost always looking for is a market that is moving, right? I have this saying, MMMM, make money in moving markets, right? That's the only way we can actually make money in this thing. The only way you will ever be able to make money is by taking trades in markets that are moving, right? And when we say moving, we just know that once you get in, if you're looking for a buy, the market should buy from where you get in. If you're looking for a sell, the market should be selling from where you get in, right? Does that mean you cannot trade in consolidation? No, you can absolutely trade in consolidation, right? But the problem with trading in consolidation is, what if it breaks out at the point in time that you're looking at it? Because we know that that's what happens with consolidation. So that's why I don't technically like trading in consolidation, because again, there are different things that can change the conditions of the market and thus change the result with the entire setup, right? So looking at GJ right now, again, as I said, I would have missed it, right? But I want to discuss it. So let's actually cover what we're looking at. All right, so I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to do a full speed analysis, and then I'm going to slow it down completely so that you can actually understand where my mind is going. Right now, my full speed analysis is very quick. I'm talking, I could produce an entire analysis in under a minute. Right now, people will be like, "Wow, you're so good at that," and how can you know exactly what you're looking for in under a minute? Here's my thought process behind that before I get into it. The longer I stay in a market, anytime I feel like I have something that is contradicting information that I want to see, that's a problem. The longer I stay there, the worse it is. So I know in a minute or less if there's anything contradicting to what I'm seeing. And then I can go in further and then look for more information. But generally speaking, I am able to identify if something is contradicting or contradictory to what I'm looking for very, very quickly. And remember, things such as cognitive biases exist, right? What is a cognitive bias? A cognitive bias is when you making confirmations on something that you think you're seeing when in actuality it's very likely that it's not there. I don't want to expose myself to that. So you know what I do? I try my best to not be in an analysis for very, very long, especially if there's contradicting information. If there's not contradicting information, I can slow it down and say, you know what, I'll take a little longer, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. But let's pay attention. So the first thing I'll do that full speed analysis. So the first thing I'm looking at here is on the 50-minute time frame. When I zoom out all the way, GJ appears to be more bullish than it is bearish. You have a little bit of consolidation over on this side. It went bearish, then it went bullish. It rejected this high. It went back bearish, had problems breaching this low for whatever reason, whatever this low is. We don't know, it's some arbitrary level. And then it goes back bullish from that point for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days presently. So what I want to do now is I want to go up to the monthly time frame and observe what everything is same, right? So on the monthly time frame from 2020 to present or so, it's been bullish, right? And if you look at the current monthly candle, this is May's monthly candle. Today is the 14th of May. This is May's monthly candle. What does it suggest? It suggests that there's rejection to the downside, and then it's actually pushing back up. That's good. That's really good information. Rejection to the downside suggests momentum to the upside. The weekly time frame suggests that there's some rejection to the upside, but you can see that the candles are trying to fight to get back up there. Now, this in and of itself is contradictory information, right? Now, it's contradictory information if that would be by itself. But then when you look at this level over to the left, right, all of a sudden, price broke above it and came back down. What does this coming back down have to do with anything? This is quite interesting. That same level on the monthly time frame has been or is currently being rejected. Let's look at that on the daily time frame as well. On the daily time frame, you have price having this big indecision candle which stayed just above the level. It stayed above that level again for another day and then came back down. What could this represent? This could represent all the liquidity that's trapped in this level, or these levels, sorry, that the dealer might have wanted to target before continuing bullish. But I digress, right? I'm going to remove all the drawings I want to keep, right? The forward time frame, nothing or no new information other than the fact that there's the not this forward candle, the candle before was a bullish engulfing. The 1 hour candle, 1 hour time frame, sorry, also has bullish engulfing right here. Now, these things by themselves don't really add anything to the analysis because you can't use these things by themselves. What you actually have to do is you have to combine all of these things, and we say that it's surrounding structure, surrounding price action combined to build out a story, right? Each candle can be considered a word, and all of these words together tell a story, right? Now, let me put back on the position. I don't even know where that was. Where was that position? Let me remove all of these things here. Yeah, all right. And that's the position, right? Now, why would I have said I missed this? Because again, the best potential entry really and truly would have been right here somewhere, right? Because why? Logically speaking, if this was the very stop hunt that we were talking about, right? Which is this here, right? Which is not actually, but if this is a stop hunt of this level, and what is a stop hunt? It's where traders would have been interested in buys, right? We know traders would have been interested in buys here, 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 and all here. Taking out those buyer stop losses underneath this level and then going back to continue bullish. You have that same thing occurring here again. It makes sense to have that as a safe stop loss. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is absolutely going to buy from this level, but in the grand scheme of things, does this or does anything about this information suggest sells to you? No. And if you can find anything suggesting sells, then you shouldn't be taking this trade, because really and truly the market isn't bearish, it's bullish. So that's how I kind of look at it. By no means am I saying that this is absolutely going to buy, but I'm saying that if I had the opportunity, I probably would have bought it. Now, what if it comes back down to my entry here? Would I buy it then? No. Because then now that is contradicting information. Because if this was actually the stop on that I thought it was, this one here, and then, well, obviously it's bullish here, why would it stop on a level to then only come back to that same level? That don't make sense. So I would not look for a second entry, if that makes sense. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I'll try to do more of these. It's not a trade setup, but just a little look into my mind and into the way that I think about the industry and different markets and what the conditions do and how I believe they might function. So yeah, let me know if you want more like this. Comment below, leave your comments, yada yada yada, you know, the normal story, like, subscribe, comment, blah 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 blah. You know how it goes, right? And I'll try to see if I can resume doing these a little more often. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.